I am very positive attitude. Because I remember my mother said when I was little, you are a lucky child. You came in this world when things were already better. And I was in my mind, I'm a lucky girl. So when they were crying, I never see my parents again. I said, I will. Yeah? And when they were crying that they're hungry, well, my mother wasn't a cook, so I can't remember the wonderful things she did. We were separated during the war, my parents, 5 years. 5 years. My story is, I come from Belgium. So therefore my war starts in 1940. When I was in the concentration camp, I was 8 years old. 8 years old children, they left for the gas chamber. There's no such a thing as this, right? So this OSC, Œuvre au Secours des Enfants, she came in the concentration camp and she says, I can save 10 children tonight. So nearly all the mothers says, no, where I go, my children go. Now my mother was different. My mother says, yes, take them both, because I had a brother 4 years old. But I want to be sure that if I ever get out of this hellhole here, I should know how to get in touch with my kids. So they said, yes, it will be all organized. So my mother says, take both. Now they smuggled me out from the camp, middle of the night. In the concentration camp, you slept in paillasse, is like a sack with straw in it. So here I am in this fresh, crispy white sheets. And what did I do? I weaned in that bed. I was so ashamed. The next day, she takes the children to Majelier, which they made it into a children's home. And I arrived there, and I got these lice. Nobody wants to sit next to me. I'm frightened to get out of bed so they should see I weed in bed. And now it's breakfast. They pass you a big plate with lovely bread. So I start looking for a bigger piece. So they was disgusted. And she, instead of being nice to me, she said, here, you don't touch the bed, you take the person. Now they ask me if I can read and write and all this, but I'm not listening. And he hits me on the head. So I wanted to go back to the concentration camp. Then they decided they're going to send all the children to Switzerland. There were 2 young men making false carte d'identité. And he said, from now on, your second name is not Fadek, it's Frétier, French name, right? Your father is a prisoner of war, and your mother's dead. And never, even if people are very nice to you, you don't say you're Jewish. So that's why now, I tell all my parents, don't tell me any secrets. I don't want to have that feeling I'm not to be there. The farmers who looked after us, Tati and Tonton, they were really lovely, lovely people. But when I came to them, I had to change my personality because I shout a lot and we tell dirty jokes. But they were so polite and they spoke softly. And when she made the food, you know, and they were sitting around the table, oh, what flavor did you put in there? It's delicious. But all the farmers had dogs. So he had the dog at his feet. Unfortunately, he had wind. And every time the dog passed the wind, he said, no roulette. So I kept dying to say, if you don't move your shit on you. But I didn't. They grabbed my style. Yeah, my brother was all by himself because they sent him up to be a shepherd so the Germans are not going to go there. But when he came down, out of the blue, and he lost all his charm. He was so rude. I am the brother from Bettine, and I come to collect, and I'm taking you tomorrow morning. And I said, you can't. I want to say goodbye. And he didn't even say thank you for looking at it, because he was a shepherd and he didn't see anybody. He was rough, terrible. And I didn't want to go. I said, I'm not going now. So he said, are you crazy? This Michigan? It's all Yiddish, yeah, Michigan, crazy. They were so kind. They said, well, you have to take your little chicken, Keket, which is a miniature chicken. And whenever these chicken laid an egg, it was for us, our egg, right? So I took the chicken. Well, he took me to my mother, and then she looks at this chicken, and she says, what's this chicken? You're going to shit me in my kitchen. And I started crying, this is my present. Anyhow, so I decided I'll write a little note on the leg, you know, and I let it go. And it went on the top of the church thing. And my brother said, you won't live long, somebody take it and eat it. You lose, you know, the war makes you lose the fineries of life. No, really. And then the war ended, and then we got reunited with my father, and that's it. But she never wanted to know anything about the family, and she never told me anything about her. But I said, okay, maybe she suffered so much she doesn't want to let me know. But why doesn't she want to know about the family that wanted to adopt me? So I said, because she might be jealous. Yeah, but it just shows you how life turns. But we were lucky. When you think you have a bad patch in your life, yeah? When you think you have a bad patch, it's not a bad patch. When you look back, it's the best thing that could have happened to you. That's perhaps why, because in my childhood I had to be somebody else. I'm not. I am now more than double. Everything is ordained. Those who stayed lucky, they had a guardian angel who helped. Because if you hear about the people who were in the camp, they feel that there was something. And I also think I got a guardian angel.